Hey everyone, it's Oscar. I'm the community manager for Angry Birds 2. And today I'm here to talk about the 7th anniversary for Angry Birds 2 that's coming up very soon, and with it the Fan-tasy Fest hat set that you guys designed. This is the 4th time we're doing this, and we're doing it with a twist this time. So with me today is Elaine.
Hey, I'm Elaine, 2D artist senior in Hoville, doing your headsets. I hope that you love it.
And Elaine will be talking us backstage for a bit to talk about what goes into making this hat set, fit the game. And she'll be answering some questions about the process. All right. Are you ready to go? Some questions?
No.
But let's do it anyway. All right, cool. So starting off, we actually have a very short question. How long time does it take to make the hats into reality?
Depends. If it's one tier, like just one level of the hat, it's very fast, like 1 week, 1.5 weeks. But with 3 tiers, we can take like up to 3 weeks or even a month if it's very difficult headset.
And how difficult was this hat set?
Not easy, let's say.
Not easy? Okay, cool. All right, so one of our members on Discord, where we got all these cool questions, by the way, so if you're not on the Discord channel, make sure to join so you don't miss out on these opportunities. That angry guy asked, out of all the birds, which one is your favorite to design hats for?
Definitely Matilda. He has a lot of body, and I think she's a very fashionable bird, female bird, let's say. And I think that she could use everything, anything, and will be very charming everywhere.
The fashion icon Matilda.
Yes.
Yes, excellent, cool. So on the other side of that, wait, is there a bird that you don't like making hats for?
Oh, Hal.
Hal?
Yeah, he is a bit cursed, to say that. He has a huge beak. It's a bit difficult.
Difficult to work with?
Yes.
Okay, well, poor Hal. Once more, poor Hal. So another one of our Discord members, the Cheshire Cat, wanted to know, out of the 4 extra birds that we now have hats for, since recently with a heist hat set, which one of them are you the most excited to make hats for?
Leonard, because he's a pig. He's very different. I like the difference, and I like his pig features, like the snout, the eyes like a bit down on it, and the bird. I love the bird on him. It's very different. The others don't have those kind of like features. So yeah, Leonard I like the difference.
He's a bit unique.
Yes.
Okay,
he's
cool.
Very unique.
Cool. Well, all right. Another question then from Angry News is, are there any constraints on hat designs? So we're taking these fan-made designs that the community made for us, and sometimes they're amazingly well done and they have all these details, and sometimes they're kind of rough and it's more of a draft. So are there any constraints that you really need to take into consideration then?
Yes, some actually, because it's a mobile game. We can play on PC, but it's mostly mobile. So the birds are very small, and we need to be careful with the amount of details. We have the animations of the birds, the size of the body. We have the interface around it to consider, to not cover. Like, you don't want to cover the flock power anywhere. So you have to be careful with that kind of things.
And then sometimes I've heard that you also need to take the personality of the bird into account, so that the hat actually fits the theme of the bird, and
yes, precisely.
colors and...
Yeah, like Chuck, for instance, he's very messy and clumsy, so we try to convey that feeling on the hats. Sometimes we put it like ragged heads on him or broken things, that kind of stuff.
And Matilda is always fashionable.
Well, sometimes she's very comfy, but yeah, mostly
fashionable.
Yes.
All right. So one more question we have is about the process, because you get this rough draft of a bird, or sometimes it's a very good draft, and sometimes it looks like it's a complete hat, but you get this image from a player, right? And then you have to take that from that all the way into a finished 3-tiered hat that goes into the game. Could you tell us a little bit about the process and how that works?
Mostly depends on the hat and how many tiers we're doing, but in this case was like sometimes I do sketches on the paper, then I scan it. Not all the hats need that, but sometimes. And then I work on them, like the line work, painting, the color palette. I have to choose, compare each palette with each bird. It's a bit complex because they are different. And then I export to the game and treat with effects. That's the whole process.
Whole process. So from paper to effects.
Yes.
Cool. We have one more question to go out of the ones we picked. But if your question wasn't answered, by the way, you should check our Facebook page because we will be releasing all of the answers that Elaine prepared for us in a bit of a document there. So you're going to get to read the answers at least if they're not answered right here, right now. So last one then. So you've been with Rovio for a bit now. You made a couple headsets.
Yes.
Which one is the one you're the most proud of?
I like the community headset because they are the most creative ones. Like we inside do a lot of creative stuff for sure. We try to be like to build new and interesting headsets, but nothing's like the community. They're very, very different, no boundaries at all. So it's very fun to draw them, and I love to draw them.
So community is doing a good job.
Yes, they are.
Cool.
I always laugh or be impressed by them.
That's nice. So we have a couple of minor questions, but they're mainly about the event itself, which, by the way, it's live right now. You should open up Angry Birds 2 now, and you should go play the event. You should hop into the Tower of Fortune, where you'll be getting the hats used as always. One of them is going to be in the adventure, so be on the lookout. And, collect all of them. It's upgradable, so we pimped them out a bit more based on, the designs that you guys submitted, and they look fantastic. So open Angry Birds 2 right now and make sure to play the event. And if you like this video, which, you definitely did, right? So make sure you do that also by liking the video. There's a thumbs up button somewhere around here, so click that. And also subscribe. The channel is still kind of new, and we're growing, and we're making more cool videos all the time, so don't miss out. All right, thank you for joining today, Elaine.
Thank you too.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.